Further debate. The member from Mississauga, Erin Mills.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. It is my honor and privilege to stand to speak about Bill 185, Cutting Red Tape to Building More Homes Act. Before I start, I want to say to all Ontarians, Happy Holy Lenten, Easter, Ramadan and Eid and Vaisakhi. I hope everyone had a good time with family and friends. And soon we are going to be looking forward to other holidays such Orthodox, Easter and Passover. Only in Canada it is possible to celebrate so many different cultural occasions, religious occasions. This is the great multiculturalism that our nation has to offer. Madam Speaker, it's not a surprise that Ontario is #1 destination to new immigrants for its economic and job opportunities and its diverse cultures, which helps new immigrants to settle. And it's not secret that Ontario is in the midst of a housing supply crisis. Young families, newcomers, many Ontarians are struggling to find a home within their budget and meet their needs. We have been raising this concern and sounding the alarm since 2018. When demand exceeds supply, prices goes up. That's the cause of the present crisis. By the time we came to the office 6 years ago, this had become a main concern that we committed to solving. Canada's population continues to increase, and many of these new people are coming here to Ontario to enjoy all this province has to offer. These people will need jobs, health care, and housing. And while the population of our province has continued to grow at an exponential rate, Ontario housing supply has not kept up. Because of neglect and failure to act from previous governments, Ontario is facing a critical housing shortage. And to make matters worse, there continue to be obstacles to getting homes built. The average period between a developer acquiring land and starting to sell units is approximately 11 years. This is not what I'm saying. This is the president of the Mayors Association said in the hearing of one of the 4 housing bills this government introduced in the past few years. This 11 years period is unacceptable. Red tape and uncertainty are getting in the way of progress. Let's make no mistake about it. The demand for housing is high. The number of willing developers is high. The conditions are right for growth. Ontarians are ready to put the shelves in the ground. We cannot let anything stop that. The government's job now is to get it done and get out of the way. That's why this government, under the leadership of our amazing Premier, is acting to cut red tape and get homes built faster. The government has promised 1.5 million homes by 2031, and certainly we are already on our way. The bills that this legislature has passed over the past few years are allowing for housing construction like this province has never seen before. Progress is being made. And it's obvious that those bills we did before, the last 4 housing bills, already began showing progress. We are seeing a lot of new homes. Numbers of new homes have never seen in the province for the past 10 years. But in the meantime, there is still more work to be done, still more homes to be built, still more red tape to be cut. We will do everything we can to reach out housing targets. We will get it done. So I'm very happy to be speaking today about Bill 185, the Cutting Red Tape to Build More Homes Act. This bill, if passed, will speed up government processes, make expectations clearer, and streamline approvals. With less red tape, government will be able to focus clearly on the goal, 1.5 million homes by 2031, including 120,000 homes in Mississauga. Let's start by discussing Peel Region. Last year, we passed Hazel-McKillian Act of 2023. Speaker, as you might remember, the goal of this bill was to find efficiencies in the municipal structure of Peel Region and, if possible, eliminating duplications of tasks. We wanted to give municipalities the tool to grow and meet their goals. Consequently, we began the process of studying the relationship between the municipalities of Mississauga, Brampton, and Caledon, and, of course, the region of Peel. The Transition Board has been working hard on this issue, and we have learned a lot. It has become clear that complete dissolution of Peel Region is not what the people of Mississauga expect from us. The enormous cost of doing that would have unintended consequences, such as tax hikes and disruption of critical services. This is out of the question. Tax hikes would only make the current challenges worse. Therefore, we are going to ensure that all services residents of Peel expect are continued without interruption. We can still find efficiencies and improve regional governance, but without the complexity and disruption of a divorce. Instead of full dissolution, the new mandate of the Transition Board under this proposed bill would be to make the local governments more efficient. The Transition Board will provide financial oversight and recommendations about the delivery of services such as water, regional roads, and waste management. This is a good compromise because it means that people of Mississauga will get all the benefits of the more efficient system of municipal governance without risking tax hikes or service disruption. As part of this process, the government is moving forward with removing duplication. We know that too many cooks in the kitchen spoil the broth. Likewise, duplication of red tape and government bureaucracy slow things down. For example, when a new development needs approval from both an upper-tier municipalities like Peel, for example, and a lower-tier municipality like Mississauga, this delay construction starts. And in some cases, this might even result in projects being entirely cancelled. This bill would, if passed, ensure that planning responsibilities in Peel, Halton, and York are transferred to a lower-tier municipalities effectively July 1st. This would allow municipalities to move efficiently to deliver on shared provincial municipal priorities like housing. No more duplication, no more overlap. We trust that municipality would use these powers diligently, responsibly, and effectively. Just because there are less steps in the process doesn't mean that the process is any less important. Municipalities will still need to work hard to get housing approved. We can't accept excuses of NIMBYism or bureaucratic delays. But by removing duplication, I'm hopeful that wait time can decrease and construction on important projects can begin sooner. This brings me to a second point about red tape reduction that will be critical in getting development started. This bill will strengthen approval timelines by closing a loophole that allowed municipalities to use pre-application requirements to extend the deadlines. In the past few years, we have seen abuse of this loophole to lengthen timelines and create additional bureaucratic hurdles. Decisions need to be made in a timely manner. This bill, if passed, would stop the unfair practices and ensure applications are approved on time. Similarly, once an application has been approved, we don't want developers to sit on their hands forever hoarding municipal infrastructure such as allocations of water and wastewater management. In many cases, there is a limited capacity for municipal water infrastructure. This bottlenecks what can be approved. So if developers don't use their allocations, they will lose it. Municipalities can then reallocate infrastructure and approve applications for projects that are ready to build now. No more waiting for projects that never starts. If a project is ready to go, let's get it done. Let's get it started. Another change to get more housing built would be to remove parking requirements near major transit station areas. We know that parking spaces take a lot of land, time, and cost to build. Municipalities often have their own complex rules setting minimum parking quantities. Depending on the project, this can cost between $2,000 and $100,000 per parking spot. So when dealing with hundreds of parking spots, that cost adds up very quickly. In some development, parking alone can be millions and millions of dollars. By removing this requirement, projects could move forward with more reasonable parking allowances at the developer's discretion, saving time and money for new construction near transit. Thus, more homes close to transit can get built faster and at a cheaper cost. It would be a win-win for everyone. Likewise, the government is considering policies that would reduce barriers for building additional residential units, such as garden, laneway, and basement suites. These type of properties have already been encouraged in previous bills, such as when we legalized 3 units as of right in the More Homes Build Faster Act. But there remains some practical considerations that have discouraged this type of housing. For example, some municipalities have restrictions about maximum coverage of a lot, preventing these garden units from being built. Bill 185 would give the government regulation, making authorities to change those policies, encouraging more of these homes to be built. On another note, we will soon see an updated version of the building code. The government has announced that the upcoming building code revisions will allow more consistency with national standards, reducing duplicates and red tape. New projects that as mass timber building of 18 stories will be permitted. If this bill passed, regulation-making authorities will exist to allow pre-approved standardized houses designs, such as the catalog being prepared by the federal and British Columbian governments. This could allow quick construction and even the use of modular construction. Madam Speaker, I recently visited an Oakville-based business called Tour Balance Containers. This is an organization that specialized in modular construction with simple, quick, and easy-to-build homes. I was impressed to see the the easiness and the efficiency of this unconventional technology. Innovative solutions like modular construction is absolutely critical to achieving our goals. I'm glad to see the government supporting it. I hope we will be able to see even more creative solutions in the future. Finally, this bill would make it easier for publicly assisted universities to build student housing. This will allow faster and cheaper construction of student residence with more density around campus. Students, like everyone else, deserve a home they can afford. By giving universities these additional tools, these institutions will have the authorities to take initiative to build affordable housing options for students with an easy commute to campus. I also want to briefly mention one more tool that we are giving municipalities so they can continue to grow. The bill is proposing to enable municipalities to provide incentive to specified businesses where necessary to attract investment in Ontario. If the Lieutenant Government Council determine that an incentive is desirable in the provincial interest, they would have regulatory authorities to permit it. This will allow us to attract even more investments, such as in manufacturing and housing. We know that good-paying jobs and large investments from businesses are important to keep our economy thriving. Already, the reduction of red tape and implementation of incentives have allowed tens of billions of dollars to flow to Ontario. Huge investment in manufacturing, such as in electric vehicles and batteries, have been made possible because of the work of this government attracting record-setting levels of investments. Our thanks goes, of course, to the Minister of Economic Development, Job Creation and Trade for leading the government's progress on attracting foreign investments. Therefore, we must continue to attract investments, and if possible, that means giving municipalities the tool they need to succeed. With proper oversight, this will be an important tool to help strengthen our economy, attracting investments, and continue building our cities. Finally, let me mention the changes this bill is proposing for streamlining the appeal process for new development projects. In the last 2 years alone, 67,000 housing units were subjected to third-party appeals at Ontario Land Tribunal because of official plan or zoning issues. This is tens of thousands of homes being delayed. We want to reduce the number of delays caused by unnecessary or furious appeals, so this bill would, if passed, focus third-party appeals to key participants such as public bodies and utility providers. This bill would therefore increase certainty for developers, helping them get shovels in the ground and at a quick and steady pace. We don't want anything to delay these projects, nor do we want to cause Ontarians unnecessary agony as they wait for months on end for endless appeals. Our goal is to reduce delays, remove unnecessary costs, create standardized and efficient process so the projects can get underway. In conclusion, Speaker, there are a lot of proposed changes backed into this bill, but they all come back to the same goal. Our government wants to reduce red tape, make it easier to grow our cities and building homes. No single solution or idea is going to solve the problem. There is no bulletproof solution, but every single one of these solutions is a step forward. And working together, I'm confident we will be able to meet our goals, because at the end of the day, every family deserves a home that meets their needs at the price they can afford. We will do what we can to make that happen, including by cutting red tape and getting the government out of the way. We will get it done. That's why I fully support Bill 185, the Cutting Red Tape to Build Home Faster Act, and I encourage my colleagues to do the same. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you.